Hi class, I hope you had a great fall break. I can't believe we have made it through first term. We're nearly there. We just have 1 week left. And with our writing unit, writing our short stories, we have made it to the publishing phase. Several of you have already submitted your published drafts, formatted in MLA style, and they are glorious. There have been very few that I've had to totally send back and say, hey, you just ignored the instructions. Most of you have done a really great job at reading the instructions and doing your best at formatting. So keep it up. You're doing great. If you're not there yet, don't worry. Everybody writes differently. Everybody has a different pace at different parts of the process. As long as you've completed all 5 of the parts of the writing process, as you see here, pre-writing, drafting, revising, editing, and publishing, before this Thursday, and you've submitted them to the assignment folder correctly, you should be in good shape. So I'm just going to run you through real quick the basics of the short story assignment if you need a refresh. If you don't need a refresh, stick around because I'm going to give you some extra credit opportunities at the end of this video. Just to recap, the short story writing assignment should be written in Utah Compose, and you should use narrative language. This means you want to write it like a scene from a book or a movie. Don't just summarize it. Use showing language, use dialogue, and find the sweet spot in that story. I like to say Goldilocks it, find the spot that's just right. You don't need to, for example, to tell about a whole 7-day vacation. As awesome as I'm sure that vacation was, the scene that you want to write is only going to be, maybe a 10-minute long scene because you're going for 600 to 900 words. And if you were to narrate like a scene from a book or a movie, all 7 days of that vacation, it would probably be a whole novel. So focus it in on the spot that's just right, that you can give some details about the who, what, why, where, and when, and include some dialogue. It can be fictional or it can be nonfiction. If it's a memory from your actual life and you don't remember exactly word for word what everybody said, you're normal. Nobody does, or most people don't anyway. Just do your best to recreate the dialogue, how you remember it or how you think it would have happened, and go from there. It should be in MLA formatting. MLA stands for the Modern Language Association, Times New Roman 12-point font, double spacing. Double space does not mean you hit the space bar between, twice between each word or twice between each sentence, or that you have to use a space bar at all. One of the videos that I'm going to link to in the next slide here walks you through how to do all the formatting, including double spacing. But double spacing means that you have a gap between each line on the page for your document so that it's not all scrunched together. Okay, here is a step-by-step walkthrough of each of the parts of the short story writing unit. Step 1, pre-writing. This video here, if you click the step 1 yellow link, is going to walk you through how to do that. You log into Utah Compose, you find the prompt, and you start your outline. Step 2, writing that first draft in Utah Compose once you've done your outline. Both of those you're going to take a screenshot of and submit to the assignment folders that correspond to those assignments in the course, which I'll show you in a second here. Step 3, do some peer reviews. You need to do at least 2, and hopefully you'll receive some from your peers as well, and you can use that feedback to revise your draft. For the assignment, submit a screenshot of your completed peer reviews that you've done for other students, and then shoot for your own draft to get at least a 19 or higher. If you start higher, good for you. Shoot for some improvement. Step 4 is editing your draft. This is more like the technical side of things. Check for spelling, grammar, mechanics, etc. This is the kind of thing that Utah Compose is going to highlight. So that's useful. You can also paste it into Word or Google Docs or use Grammarly and find those little mistakes and fix them. A lot of times those tools that I just listed are not going to find some of the smaller mistakes. So make sure to read it out loud to yourself and catch any errors that you find. Sometimes Utah Compose or spell check just doesn't know what you're trying to say, but you do. And if you read it out loud, your brain won't auto-correct it like it does when you read it silently in your head. So give that a try. And then take a screenshot of your student report. This video walks you through exactly how to find the report and upload that to the assignment folder. Step 5 is publishing your draft. So copy the text of your beautifully polished story from Utah Compose and paste it into Word or Google Docs. I prefer Word. Frankly, it's a lot easier to format in Word than it is in Google Docs, but I understand that if you have a Chromebook, you can't download Word. If you don't have a Chromebook and you don't have Word, you can download it for free from the school, which I'll show you the link to how to do that on the next slide here. Either way, paste it in Word or in Google Docs and then format it in MLA style. This video here will walk you through step by step how to do that. Once you have perfectly formatted it, save it to your computer or save it in Google Docs and then download it to your computer and submit it to the assignment folder in the LMS. This is what the assignment folder looks like. You go to Tools and then select Assignments. It'll bring you to this page and you'll see all 5 of the assignment folders right there on the page. To submit a file, you just click on the blue link and it'll take you to the page where you can submit it. The videos on this slide walk you through how to submit each one as well. Here's a list of helpful links. Obviously a link to Compose. If you need your login, check in with me. If you lost it or never got it, I know there was a mix-up in the beginning of the unit with a crazy mail merge, and most of you still got yours, but some of you either haven't or have lost it or forgotten it since then, and that's okay. Just check in with me and get it from me via email or live class. And then if you don't know how to take a screenshot, there's some videos here to show you how to take a screenshot. There's a video on formatting, and there's a video right here at the bottom on how to download Word for free. So if you get stuck, this is a good place to go to. Okay, as promised, I'm going to show you that extra credit. So if you are done with your short story unit and have graded everything and you know you did what you were supposed to do on it, go to your grades tab on our course homepage and scroll down. It might take a second to load, but you should see the library card extra credit assignment, the free rice extra credit, and the prepared to submit a piece of your writing for publication assignment. I should clarify, you actually have to submit your piece of writing for publication to qualify for that extra credit assignment. Each option can be used once per term. The library card extra credit is literally just using your library card, not your mom's, not your dad's, not your sister's or your aunt's or your uncle's, but your own library card to check out material from the library. This can be digital material. I've always counted digital material because it is material, but also given the pandemic, some of you may not have physical access to your libraries, and I totally get that. Do keep in mind some libraries are doing drive-through pickups or drive-up pickups. If you put an item on hold, the library will gather it for you, and you can drive to the library and call them, or some of them have apps that you can use and let them know that you're out front in the correct parking spot and they'll bring it to you. But there are also apps like Libby, Libby, or Overdrive, and several others that you can download on your phone to check out digital content like audiobooks or just digital copies of books. They even have magazines and other things too. So if you don't have your own library card and you need to apply for one and you cannot physically go in and do that, call your library. A lot of libraries are currently doing digital library cards where you can check out digital content only. So call or email your local library and see what they offer right now. Once you have checked out content from the library, you can take a picture of it, take a screenshot, some kind of proof that you used your own library card to access material from the library and email it to me. My email's right there on the screen. The easiest assignment, if you don't already have a library, well, library card's pretty easy, especially if you already use it, but freerice.com is another really easy way to get some extra credit. This isn't going to take your grade from an F to an A, but it will give you a little bit of a boost if you need it. Like say you bombed one of the quizzes earlier in the term, this will help you recover that. Oh, my computer's trying to scan things. Go to beta.freerice.com and practice your English vocabulary words. Earn at least 2,000 grains of rice. That's how they keep points. And then take a screenshot proving that you reached 2,000 grains. Just use the snipping tool on your computer. You guys are pros at screenshots at this point. Make sure before you start that you either create an account. You don't have to. You can play without an account for free. You can play with an account for free. But make sure you either create an account so it saves your progress, or you clear your cache before you start. Occasionally, if you've got a really laggy computer and you haven't cleared your cache recently, it will crash on you in the middle of your game. So make sure you have a speedy browser and or create an account to save your progress. And then email me your screenshot and you get some extra credit. The last one here some of you will super jump on, and I know that, and I love that. It does take a bit more time. So this is something you can do. Your short story will count. You will have to have a very polished short story. The point is to practice your writing skills and not just getting it on the page, but practice the writing process and making sure that your revising and editing are thorough and that you've used proper formatting. I recommend submitting to teenink.com. If you find another credible place that you'd like to submit, go for it. There are several websites out there that are not credible that just let you publish whatever you want, whenever you want. I'm looking for something that has actual requirements and credentials. So evaluate the source or the place of publication and ask for approval before you submit it and expect extra credit for it. But teenink.com is always a good place to submit student writing. So if you'd like to submit something other than your short story, you absolutely can. Just make sure you've taken it through the writing process and you've done some thorough revising and editing and formatting. So there you have it. There's your extra credit. I gave you a walkthrough of the short story assignment. I think you guys are going to have a really great week. I look forward to seeing you in class on Tuesday.